Hey everybody, thank y'all for showing up. Uh, Jimmy, Jimmy twice. Sage Rat, thank you for coming in. Michael, always good to see you. Hey Pomp. This isn't going to be one of my normal lives. Uh, I've been a little annoyed about a few things, and today was one of the few things that kind of straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Uh, as you all know, I did a live recently with uh, Mark, Mad Mark of Haunted the Truth. Uh, hey, Simulations, thank you for coming in. Uh, I was not aware of some of the situations that occurred prior to my interview with Mark. Uh, if any of you have watched Beardo's latest video, then you know what's going on. My name was brought up into this. If you have not watched Beardo's latest video, go watch it. Guarantee, go watch it. Because it's going to be able to explain a whole lot. And this video, this live is not going to be strictly about that situation. I'm going to cover on that, but most of what I'm going to say is going to go for most all of the paranormal community, whether it's in our circles or not. All of it as a whole. Hey Ryan, thank you for coming in. Apparently, Mark had done a video. Beardo did a debunk on it. Mark took offense at it. What he said to me was that he went over to Beardo's house, took a picture of it, posted it on WhatsApp or something like that, and went and left some information at a local store. Beardo tells it better. Now, I have spoke with both Mark and Beardo today. Mark has apologized to me. Beardo knows that I had nothing to do with any of that. I was not advocating any of it. I was not condoning any of the situation because I was not fully aware of the situation. So that's what I'm not happy about. I like to promote and help the community. I like to give people a chance. I like to be fair. Hey, Laura, thank you for coming in. I like to be fair because that's how I would want people to treat me. Be fair, be honest. Mark knows that he wasn't completely and entirely honest with it. I told him that if he wanted to try to make good on any of this, he needs to make a video explaining the situation from his point of view. Now, there's a whole lot more going on with the whole situation. I'm not going to get into all that. It's going to develop on its own. But I'm going to gracefully bow out. I'm not here to take sides with people on these kind of situations. It was a stupid thing for Mark to do. He knows it was a stupid thing. You don't go in to somebody's private place and do something like that. And it's come back and it's bit a lot of people in the ass. Now, it was a long time ago. I get that. But here it is, rehashing again. But remember, the things that you do, they come back. This happens a lot. So I'm going to be changing the way I do my betting system, having people on my lives, because I'm not interested in this happening again. I don't advocate discord. Um, let me back up a little bit here. One of the things that will happen if you do not apply resistance is certain portions of a system will run amok and take over. Everybody who is honestly and truthfully interested in the paranormal, we all want to know the truth. We all want to know the same thing. We're here to try and figure out what's happening when we die. Are we still there? Are ghosts coming back? Is there a way to prove any of this? That's the questions that happen over and over and over. And yeah, we end up coming back to the same place because we end up having the same problems. But then you have the people out there that want to take advantage of the whole situation and make a profit. And when they try to make that profit from it, they may sit there and come up with lies, which we've seen a lot, come up with misdirections, and all kind of stuff that discredits the whole idea of paranormal. Everything has an opposite reaction. Debunkers. Yes, debunkers are the reaction to the falsities. Does it spill over onto other things? Sometimes it has. Are debunkers going to get it right every single time? No, that's an unrealistic idea to think that they're going to get everything right every time. Because guess what? They're human. And there's not a single person here that's going to hear this or not hear this or that's been on this planet that has not made a mistake themselves. And no, this isn't about Beardo. This is about people in this community. Everybody has made stupid mistakes at some point in their life. Some people make good with it. Some people apologize. Some people try to sweep it under the rug. But when it comes to this community, we have a lot of it creating a lot of discord between people. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this stuff. I'm here to try and figure out does any of this crap here, is it going to tell us anything? Yes, no, maybe. Does anybody have the answer to that? That's why we're here in this community. We're all here to try and figure out about the paranormal. And I get a lot of he said, she said. Hey, Fawn, thank you for coming in. I see a lot of arguing amongst people, and it's not everywhere. And I'm going to be totally honest. For the most part, in this community, y'all have been great people. You have all been fair to me. Y'all have been kind to me. And I thank y'all for that. Y'all been very welcoming. And I can't thank y'all enough for being good to me. And that's why I give everybody a chance. So, yeah, there's been a couple people that have taken advantage of it, and I have shut them out. I'm not naming names, but you don't see them in the community anymore for a reason. They bowed out. Hi, Ozzy. Thank you for coming in, Ozzy. There's been a little too much drama, for lack of a better word. I'm not expecting everybody to get together in a great big circle and hug and kiss and, call everybody every Saturday. If you don't want to talk to certain people, that's fine. But keep it in the DMs. Because a lot of this spills over in other places. People don't want to talk to other people because they're associated with this person or that person. And everybody here understands what I'm saying because every one of you have heard it. It's one thing to have situational awareness, but it's not that it blew up in my face. Me and Mark, fine. Me and Beardo, no issues. And they both understand where I'm coming from on this. So all this means is I just need to be a little more careful on my vetting system. Probably just gonna have people from outside this community on my shows. I wanted to promote everybody here in this community, but this community has problems. And it's not just this, it's every single community you go to, you're going to find this kind of thing. Okay, it's not just us. And this is part of human nature. Okay, you're going to develop certain circles. Certain people are going to like to hang out. But it's the way that we handle situations. It's the way that some of these people, somebody puts up a video, somebody else makes a comment on it, says something about it, and then instead of, hey, well, let's do a live together and talk about this, you can explain why you think your way, and I'll explain how I think my way, and let's have a discussion. No, it doesn't happen like that. People get butthurt about it. They want to start throwing copyright strikes, and fan base want to start going over and making comments and trolling and making bots to mess with people. And it's how we handle situations that make the difference. And getting upset is not handling the situation. That's reacting with feelings, not with logic, not with thought. If two people can't get along, okay, sorry, can't talk with this person. Have a great day. One goes their way, one goes the other, and they do their own things. That is the beauty of having free will and the freedom of speech. Emotions, whenever it comes to anything like the paranormal here, and I'm going to say paranormal field. Yes, Kenny Biddle doesn't like to say paranormal field, but I'm just saying it. It's not necessarily a field of study because it's not a true field of study. It's enthusiasm. But if we ever want this to be a field and want this to be taken seriously, then we have to put on that professional face. And right now, to the rest of the world, paranormal community looks like a bunch of freaking redneck clowns having a brawl in the mud or something like that. Because nobody wants to get on the same page. And the biggest problem is the people that are doing study versus the entertainment. And part of the study is the debunkers because they're saying, hey, this isn't real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Paul. People want to push with emotions. But I'm sick of it. I didn't come here for drama. I came here to try and study. And I've met a lot of brilliant people. Really have. a lot of interesting thoughts, a lot of interesting ideas, and everybody that I have tried to have on my lives, I liked something they said and I wanted to progress further with it. But sometimes that doesn't go the way you want it to go. And in this case, it just did. Hey, Cree, you're going to have to watch Beardo's latest video to catch up on this. Because it's a bunch of crap. And then when you can, start over on this live. But basically, I'm fed up with a lot of the drama in the community. Last few days, I had a migraine. And God, they suck. And if you've never had a migraine, imagine taking a hammer and constantly tapping the side of your head over and over and over till it cracks. That's how they feel. And imagine doing that with a hangover. I had one for a few days. Woke up this morning, it was gone. It was awesome. Hey, Jesse. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I agree. That's what that was. But my name was brought up, and not in any kind of, distasteful way. Beardo was respectful with it. I appreciated that. I thanked him for that. He wasn't trying to drag my name through the mud. But the problem is that if I don't say something, I'm going to look guilty by association. So yes, I have to say something, and I can't just leave it at that because it's not the only situation going on. We have so much going on in this community that just needs to stop. Thank you, Jesse. You've always been very kind. Beagles community has been very welcoming of me, and they're really great people. I really like that. It means a lot. So, don't know my real name, Bree? James. So, when it comes to the drama, I generally step out. If somebody needs to rant to me, hey, that's fine. I'm here for anybody. Thank you, Beagle. I know you would never do that, man. I mean, everybody here, y'all been great to me. Thank you, Reverend. You're going to make me tear up here, people. Learning, having fun, finding new evidence and locations, learning new paths to use equipment, sharing the weird. Ryan, you're great too. You really, you've been there the whole time as my friend as well. Thank you. You and Michael, a couple others. I call y'all bros for a reason. Bree, you're awesome too. Thank you. All of you have been great. Okay, all of you are okay. I thank y'all very much. It's just well, I've had the headache the last few days, and I even forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, I woke up and seen all of that. There it was again. But it's gone. I've had a good day with the family. We went out, had McDonald's, went to the park. We had a good evening, but this needed to be addressed. Thank you, Beagle. Beagle's a great guy too. I'd like to get him up on a live here. And there's a lot of you in here that I want to bring up. I've had Ryan up on the live. Cree, I'd like to get you up here as well. Laura, would love to have you come on one of my lives. I mean, y'all been very good to me. I've had Ryan and I've had Mike up here several times, and they're my good friends. I'm gonna say that. And Beagle, you're right up there with Laura, Cree. I mean, Jesse, Delendra. Thank you. You've always been good to me. Pomp, you've been great as well. I've always been, or always tried to be a peaceful person. I'm human. I make mistakes too. I'm no more perfect than anybody else. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Matt Harvey, I'll take a look on that. Mike, I will take a look on that. But I would just like to see a little more seriousness in the community whenever it comes to not just getting along, but keeping it professional. And I know we're all human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But we can't let the emotions override our logic. Well, thank you, Laura. You're more important than I am. I mean, I really don't even do videos that much. I mean, honestly, I go around and I try to give the facts, and I try to be accurate. And if I don't know, I'll say it. I don't know. But that's the whole point of why we're trying to do all this, is to find out. I mean, I've got all kind of projects going on. Like, yeah, I can't even show you everything that I have sitting out here, and I've got too many things to work on. And next few days, I've got to keep a watch out because the water is rising close to my house. And I don't know if I'm going to have to pack everything up here and get out again. But the water in the creek is going down, so might be okay. But no, I just needed to get this off my chest because I'm just not happy with a bunch of, you know, I can't even think of a word. Agreed, Kyle. Yeah, yes, Jesse. I'm not necessarily a nerd. I'm more of a geek, to be honest. Yeah, Isabel, I've got. This is just a tiny amount. When is Johnny 5 going to be built? Okay, as a child, I actually wanted to build that. And whenever I found out that it was actually a real live remote control robot in that movie, oh yeah, it was awesome. Well, thank you, Cree. Yeah, I try to be as accurate and as honest as I can, and we're always learning something new. So, you know, what I say today may change tomorrow based on information that I find. It's like I've always had electromagnetism correct in my mind, but I explained it incorrectly before. So we all have to make corrections on things that we do, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Geek is a person who works hard to be freakish. The way I understand geek is it's like a nerd but remove the socializing. Oh. It seems civility is a dying art. That's what it feels like sometimes. Lord Beagle, I completely understand. I spoke my grievances as well tonight. I tried to be nice about it, but we are a large and ever building community. We need to behave a bit better. We do. Hey, Sky Talker, thank you for coming in. When feelings enter the discussion, thinking pauses. Somebody's feelings are that sensitive to be triggered and starts with the bluster, the tears, well, invisible tears, the raised voice, bah humbug. Yeah, it's. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Fawn. And I trust y'all. I don't think anyone holds you responsible for the misdeeds of anyone. Every time I've ever seen you around, you've always been a stand-up guy. I try to be, because we're brought into this world, we're given something, and how that something looks when we leave depends on our actions. That something is our name. And whenever you die, and I'm paraphrasing here, you die twice. Once when your body goes, and another time a little bit further down the road when somebody says your name for the last time. How do you want that name to look? I got to think about that, because it's not just about me and my name. My name's associated with my children. Think about that. Somebody's name is associated with their kids. You do something bad enough, and the kids got to pay for it. They may be adults at the time, but that doesn't change the fact that they're your children. And they always will be. So a name means something. A name means a lot. And your actions color your name however your actions are. Remember the old days when being ashamed of yourself was a constant danger, as the shaming part was brutal? No internet, barely any TV. Yeah, I had 3 channels growing up. 3. And then after that, we got cable TV, and we had some 60 something channels. And my dad went through all the channels about 4 times, then turns the TV off and says, "Well, there ain't a damn thing on." Far sight better than the 3 channels we originally had, and to get one of them, we had to reach out the window and turn the antenna. Yeah. And now we have the internet. Manners maketh the man. Yeah, it does. What we do creates waves. Say I am who I am because that is who I was meant to be. I try to be fair and open minded. That's all I ever ask of anybody. And I don't judge anyone. I listen and watch for character of a person. Well, you're a good person too, Craig, and I thank you. Sky, when did you hurt torn retina? Oh, yeah. Didn't you have surgery on that? Hey, Pinky. Thank you for coming in. It was, have you seen Beardo's latest video? Because if you have, that's what this started as. But it's basically, honestly, about the drama and discord we have in the community. and it's very, very distracting from the point of why we're here doing this paranormal thing in the first place. It's not just about entertainment. We all have the same question: is there life after death, and can they communicate with us? Which is honestly two different questions. Because there may be life after death, yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean they can always communicate with us. So what's happening there? We all have the same questions. Yes, there's some people are like, no, there's nothing after, which they have no more proof than the person that says that there is something after. It's something I've always said. You never have a 100% or a 0%. But Ozzy, it's not just one person. It's the drama and discord that happens overall. It's the stuff that happens right behind the scenes that keeps everybody on edge. And it's not right that it happens. And if I don't say something about it, and like today, I'm saying something about that so that I don't have somebody coming at me or upset with me just because of association. You got evicted and I had 4 days to save things. Oh God, I'm sorry, Sky. He's never going to walk again. So that's a real problem. See that? He will never walk again. That's a real issue. That is a real problem in this world. And we have so many real problems just like that. There are some people that don't have a dime to even eat every day. Okay? They don't have anything. And on the flip side, you have some big channel that wants to shut somebody else down because they said that, well, we're not so sure your video is legit. Okay, that's not a problem. If somebody says your video is not legit, then have a discussion with them. That's not a real problem. Okay, that's a first world problem. There are people on this planet that can't even get water to drink. You know how long on average a person can last without water? 3 days. You know how long a person can last if somebody says your video is may or may not be real? Long as you're gonna. So I'd gonna put some hearts in here for him. He's not gonna get to walk again, so everybody be thankful that you can. Not saying that y'all aren't. I don't know. That's things could be so much worse for people. And if you're here able to talk with me right now, then you're not doing so bad. You have internet, you got clothes, got electricity, I assume, and it's stressful. Life is incredibly stressful right now for a lot of people. Been having seizures all week and started having migraines. See, that's well, Cree, you need to sleep. And him having seizures like that, that's super dangerous. That's incredibly dangerous. See, that's a real life problem. A lot of the problems have been happening behind the scenes, and not just this community. Every community has this problem. Doesn't matter. There's always those people that want to stir up and not actually contribute anything serious to the situation, anything helpful. They've never had any kind of a real life issue. They've never had it really bad. Because if they had, they wouldn't be doing that. Well, Sky, I hope you can get that resolved. I really do. Hope you can get take it to an attorney to look at it or something. And there are some attorneys that will take that case just to help. There's organizations out there to help people in that situation. Isabel, yeah, and that's kind of what this and the electronics and everything is for me. That the programming, the study. I don't get to go out and do any kind of hunts or anything, but I've got this. That's my escape from stress. Yeah, pneumonia is not good. I had walk-in pneumonia one time, and it's Candy. Thank you so much for coming in. You have always been awesome and sweet. Now I'm drawing a blank. Good, Sky. You need to get that. Well, because I had uh, Mark on a live, and Mark said a few things that Beardo picked up on, and I didn't know what it was because I didn't know the full story of what happened between them two. But you know as well as I do, Cree, that somebody's gonna say, "Oh well, he had him on there, so he must be part of that." No, I'm not part of anything that's against anybody. I do not condone anything that he did. I don't condone that kind of activity. It shouldn't have happened. And he knows it shouldn't have happened. He knows he shouldn't have done it. But I've spoke with him. I've spoke with Beardo. And I don't know what's going to happen with it. But I'm just letting everybody know right now. I'm not in it for the drama. I'm in this to learn. And I'll continue to learn. I mean, even if, yeah, guilty by association is bullshit. Can't control what others say or do. And that's true. We can't. But there's some people that don't have that kind of logic free. And I'm not interested in the drama with it. Also, I don't know. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. You've all been great to me. I only found out he's in ICU after a text call. Doc says it won't last the night. Like tonight? All right, take care, Fawn. Get you some rest. Um, I'm gonna be doing that myself. Uh, been on for about 40 minutes. I'll go another 20 minutes to make this a solid hour. And then I'll let everybody get to bed. Uh, hold on, I gotta get it. 40 minutes of talking, not enough water. My cousin gave me this aluminum, put ice in it. It's cold for almost a full day, but I don't let the water last that long. As a matter of fact, I fill it up about 3 times a day. You say if you know, you know, or if you don't, how can you be held accountable? And that's true. Yeah, I was raised on guilt by association. That's why I don't get in trouble because feeling guilty is some of the worst feelings. And it can be. You know, it's it's the people that do things and then don't feel guilty about it and just keep doing shit over and over. They're the ones not helping the community. And this isn't aimed at anybody in particular. So if somebody wants to get upset about that, no, this is not about anybody in particular at all. Prove there's something about empathy that's being almost supernatural and how the cream of the crop in this community never spoiled. Decency is still alive. Barely, but it's there. Yeah, and everybody in here has always been decent. You've always been decent to me. Every one of you. Now, thank y'all very much. Just know I am the PC community. I love you. Respect you, and you will always become. Thank you. Here's some irony. Sitting here talking about don't let the emotions control things. Probably great. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Rhythm. Thank you, Isabel. And thank you, Sage. Thank you, Ozzy. Don't do that, Laura. Don't do it. Okay, I'm good. Yes, Isabel, they do. Emotions make us human. But do we let the emotions control us and control the situation? Or do we just experience them? Thank you, Candy. You're awesome as well. You're great. Yeah, I've tried to have my stuff on Friday, Sky, but the best time to have it on, Dadgum Kenny Biddle took that spot. Dadgum it, Kenny. You took my spot and been broadcasting long before I got here. That's on you. And he's actually the the one that come up with the House of Friday that I use sometimes. He said that in one of his lives, and I was, damn, that's better than what I come up with. Yeah, Moon's been here. May talk about it all day. Um, she was actually listening to it before I came in here to do this. She's very supportive. She really is, and she's out of all the people I've had with me in my life, she's been the best. Not this Friday. He's taking a day off for a family thing, and that's a good thing. Do yourself a disservice as well as others to let your feelings have their say and follow them stubbornly. Yeah, and it's people can do dumb things, and forgiving people for things that they do is not condoning their actions. It's it's a reflection on yourself to forgive somebody for something. It's a reflection of who you are. So if you see me being cordial with somebody, it's not about them. It's about how I handle the situation. Will I still be on Discord? Yes, I'm going to keep the Discord up. And hey, Sarah, hey, thank you for coming in. We're about a minute away or so. No, about 10 minutes away from wrapping this up. Um, but if you haven't heard everything that's going on, watch Beardo's latest video uh, about the mark. Uh, and this was basically just to clear up that it had nothing to do with anything that happened between those two. They understand my position on the situation. Um, I'm going to continue to show respect because it's the proper thing to do. Just be respectful. Just trying to drag somebody's name through the mud on something or continuing to kick a dead horse does no good. It doesn't help the situation. All it does is escalate matters. So that's just how I am. I'm going to be cordial, but I'm going to be very frank as well, and I'm going to be as nice as I can be until I don't have to be. And I hope nobody in this community ever has to see me get pushed that far. Well, Sarah, I don't think you need to get rid of your Discord. You just hey Crow. Crow's another one that's been great to me. I mean, thank you, Crow. You're awesome as well. You really are. I mean, there's some names in here that I have looked up to for longer than y'all realize. But yeah, Sarah, if you're having trouble in there, I wouldn't shut down the Discord. Just stand your ground. Because if you shut it down every time that somebody starts doing that, then somebody's going to start using that against you. Because there's always going to be somebody. Well, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I needed to get this out, and I just needed to say that. I mean, the community just We have a lot of really good people here, and I advocate the goodness. And it really means a lot that the Crow of Judas comes to my lives. There's only one Crow of Judas. And every single one of you out there, you're the only you that we have, which makes you the most precious thing in the universe. Thank you, Michael. It's just something that just more people need to be aware of. We need to stay focused on what we're here for, be cordial about it, and it's just be professional about it. You know, if you put something online, you're going to get every kind of reply that there is, and you should expect it. There's always going to be somebody that loves it. There's always going to be somebody that hates it. And they're usually going to bump heads, but it's how you handle this head bumping on whether or not we're going to be taken serious or not. And here's another one I've always looked up to, Joe. Joe Vitale, Entity 7 Paranormal, thank you so much for coming in. We got another 5 minutes left of this. But Joe, yeah, you're another one that I've looked up to for a long time. Really have. And whenever I got to talk with you on Laura's Live that day, I kind of fanboyed out a little bit. A little bit. But today I'm just ranting. I'm just getting a lot of things off my chest about some of the negative things happening in the community, and I just wanted to make it fair. I'm or make it plain that I'm here to be fair. I'm here to discuss theories, ideas, projects, philosophy. You know, especially the equipment that we use. I'm the last person anyone should look. No, Joe, you're one of the great ones. You really are. You're legitimate. You you say what needs to be said, and yeah, I mean that's a lot right there in itself. You're honest about what you do, so yeah, definitely. Let's see. I'll see. I think Berto is a fair-minded guy. Friday. I don't think he would hold you responsible. He doesn't hold me responsible. He never did. That's why he didn't. He mentioned my name because that was the live he was talking about. So it wasn't anything to try to drag my name through the mud or anything. Um, it's more of I'm just trying to make it clear that I don't advocate anything that happened because I have spoke with both Mark and Beardo today. So hopefully, and I'm hoping and praying that one day that you know all of this can be cleared up and that everybody's okay with everybody. That's the best thing that we can hope for. And I mean, it's how things really should be. You know, Mark Twain said that I don't want to be in a club that would have me as a member. I think that was Mark Twain. Yes. Oh, so we've got about 3 minutes left. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Weirdo is a good dude. I'm sure he's not holding anything. He's not, Joe. He's not holding anything against me. He's not upset with me or anything like that. We had a good long conversation. Um, and I understand where he's coming from on that kind of thing. I mean, if it was my situation, I'd be kind of upset too, because his jobs from the past and my jobs from the past have been similar. Um, I have worked as a jailer before for a while, and I was always put with the worst of the worst. I was dealing with a lot of people and some really, really bad gangs. Uh, and I get it. You have to build this persona of protection. And if anybody had went in there and posted pictures of my house like that at that time, I wouldn't be as quiet as Beardo's being right now. Because back then I would have went ballistic. Oh, you're good, Joe. You're good. But but when certain lines are crossed, yes, people have to address it. And yeah, I know he did it a while back. Yes, I know he did uh apologize for it to Beardo. Beardo even admitted that. Mark even admitted that it was the stupidest thing that he could do. Well, he didn't put it quite like that, but yeah, he admitted it was a dumb thing. And it's come back to bite him in the butt. And when you carry that kind of thing around with you to other people, bites them in the butt too. And I just want to get it cleared up before anybody says anything. I can't think of anybody who would do that, but this is the internet, folks. Anybody could come up out of anywhere to say whatever, and oh look, here's a pot of shit. Let me stir this. You know, there's people out there that just want to do that, and I just don't have time for it. But we are about 5 seconds away from the 1 hour mark, and I'm gonna let everybody go ahead and have a good night. Um, if you missed it, you can start over. If anybody has any questions, you can leave it in the comments or reach me on Discord or anything like that. Um, but I'm pretty sure probably not going to hear a lot because y'all got to hear how tired I am of drama anywhere at all. Not just this situation, not just in this community, just the world in general. So, everybody, thank y'all so much for coming in. It means a whole lot to me. It really does. Thank you, Michael. Um, yeah. So, everybody, good vibes. The Living Dead one. we're, we're shutting it down. The Living Dead. We're about to sign off, and everybody's gonna get their rest for the night. Sorry about that. I'm not doing a 2 hour long one. I'm just doing this 1 hour one. Um, but everybody take care. Thank y'all so much for all the support. Thank y'all for everything that you do. And y'all have a great one. Y'all have a good night.
Oh,